So now we are on activity B, which is artificial selection. And so the last part was natural selection, where birds picked off bugs because the bugs didn't weren't able to blend in with their environment as much. So they kind of stood out. Remember, like the moths did, right? And so now we're looking at artificial selection. Artificial selection is when humans do something to get the end result that they want. Okay. So we have been doing this forever. And the perfect example of this is dog breeds. So we have tons and tons of breeds of dogs. And the reason why we do is because we have preferences, right? And so it started out with, well, maybe we wanted a dog that was small and wiry so that they could catch rats in a barn. That's how the rat terriers came to be. They bred dogs that had characteristics that made them good watchdogs, right? Doberman Pinschers are really good at this. German Shepherds are really good at this, right? So they would have had dogs, some that had better qualities that they wanted, and they would breed those dogs. Okay. And so what we're going to do is you need to set a goal. You're going to artificially select for a color of bug that you want. Now, remember the colors in that list, right? Remember the genes. There was cyan, there was yellow, there was green, there was blue, there was red. Okay. I'm going to pick red, but you can pick any one of those colors. Okay. And so then you're going to go on, and we're going to do 2 slides at the same time. All right. And so you're going to make a plan, follow the directions and the gizmos to produce 5 generations. So how would you describe the process of natural selection? What does it mean to you? Okay. How will mutations be useful in achieving your goal color? And what strategy will you use to produce insects of your desired color? Okay, so let's go in and see what they're going to give you for directions. So it told us at the beginning, and I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but you have to be on artificial selection, and you have to set the mutation rate to 2, because we don't want to have to wait 100 generations to get what we want, and maybe we will have to anyway. Who knows? Okay. Now it says drag breeding pairs into the alcoves at the last. Now, you have to notice that all of these are all white. And notice that the genotypes are all the same. So in terms of which ones you pair up, it doesn't make any difference because they are the same phenotype and the same genotype. It will make a difference once we start seeing mutations, right? Because we got to get these colors in here somewhere. Okay, so now drag 10 unwanted bugs. So remember, the ones that are circled are the ones that are mutated. So let's see if it's something, let's see if any of them are blue. Nope. And nope. So I'm going to get rid of these 2. I don't know that it matters because it shouldn't make any difference because they don't blend the colors, but I would rather start with ones that are all white. And so that way, if it makes any difference, if the gene is in the right position, they'll have, 6 gene sites here. All right, so we need to only have 10. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're going to get rid of this. And remember, when they did dogs, they didn't have the benefit of knowing what genotype was, right? They would just pick the ones that had the characteristics they want. All right, so let's get these in here. And again, these are all white, so it doesn't make any difference. I had not one cyan in that first generation at all. Who knows how many generations it's going to take? All right, we got to do the same thing. So now we only have 1 mutated. Ha, there's a cyan. You know I want to keep that one, right? So we got to get rid of 10, though. We can only have 10 left. So one thing I did find is that you have to get rid of the 10 before you can put them in the alcoves. That's what they call the nests, by the way. All right, so there's 10 left. All right, so I'm keeping this one. And then the other ones, we'll see. See who mutates. Remember, I want to try to get as many blue ones, right? That's what I'm trying to get. Not blue, cyan. All right. So what do we have here? All right. So the parents are all done. What do I have here? I have a blue. That's not cyan, though. And a black. Okay. So I have 2 cyans here. Okay. So I'm going to take my 2 cyans. Oh, I've got to get rid of them again. I'm going to get rid of the ones that don't have any cyan at all. Right? I know that they're not going to help me. And the blue's not going to help me. As pretty as it is, that's not going to help me. Black's not going to help me. These are cyan, right? All right, so we can get rid of. So we've kept all the cyan, and because we can only have 5 pairs, we're going to get rid of anything that isn't cyan or white. Okay, so that's 10. So we're going to take this. But it's at the same place. Right? So we're taking 2 that we already know have the characteristics that I want. This is the 4th generation. Here's the 5th generation. Right? So I have cyan in 2 places, cyan in 1, cyan, cyan. Okay, we can get rid of this entire row because these are, wait, before I say that, let me make sure we don't have, doesn't look like we have much else here. Is that another cyan? It is, so we want to keep that one. All right, so all these others are just plain old white or cyan. We want the white and we want the cyan. This is our last generation. And I think that's it. All right, so I'm going to take cyan, cyan. Okay, so now we know we're going to get cyan there. I think that's the only other one that has cyan. So we'll have to breed it with a white one. We don't have any choice there that didn't have any other cyans with it. And this is going to be it for us. Okay. Now, there's cyan, right? Has a little bit of blue. So notice, now this is what I want, right? I would like 2 in 1 spot. And notice this is 255, 255, and 170. And 255 and 255 is as high as it's going to go. Okay. And I've never seen it have another one up here, so I don't think that changes at all. So we have 1, 2. Right. So this one has a darker blue. So we are better with just the ones that are two cyan. So we have a cyan, right? So we know that if it's that full green and full blue with this, that means that this is a dominant trait, obviously. So we want one has at least one. So we have 1, 2. Okay, that's not 255, so that wouldn't be full cyan. That would have another color. Cyan. Okay, so we are looking. We have quite a few. All right, so let's look and see what these questions are. So we come back here. All right, how will mutations? Okay, which strategy will you use? We obviously we did both of them. We kept combining those that had the same color. So you're going to pick your color and you're going to answer these questions. So pick whichever color you think.